And I slide into the front seat. She closes the door, and I'm not joking. She went this. She walked around the back of her car with her hand trailing on the bumper. I'm looking back. Oh my God. And she looked in the window at me. With his face, with mascara running down her eyes. She looks like the Joker from Batman, right? And she's looking at me to make sure. And then she walks around, and I'm like, I can still see that face, like looking at me in the. And I expected it to like start shaking or something like that. You know when they do the special effects and all of a sudden her head explodes. And she opens the front door and she gets in, and her perfume comes over to me and says, "Hello." And I'm not, but I still know. And then we start to drive down Oak Street towards the Denton Square. Nobody lives on the Denton Square but her. Right? So I'm driving down to this part of Denton that's completely isolated with a girl. And I'm like, there's a couple options here. She could be like really unstable and like gonna commit suicide and take me with her. I was thinking that. And then I was thinking, there might be a man in her apartment dressed like a mummy. People explain about it. I was getting like, I was like thinking literally about rolling out of the BMW, like onto the ground. And then I realized I couldn't do that. I don't know how. So I had to back over me, right? So I'm like, I'm stuck, man. I gotta go down to this place. 12, right?
11:50. You're good.
11:50. So I'm going down, and she parks, and we pull up. And when we pull up, the lightning is going, and it's pitch dark. And I look up at the 5 plate glass windows, and 3 of them are open, and the drapes are blowing outside. And when the drapes are blowing outside, they look like maybe an arm of a mummy sticking out of the windows, and I can just see up there this black darkness. And I'm like, I think I'm going to go up there. I can't believe I'm going to go up there. Am I going to go up there? No, I'm not going to go up there. And then I look at her, I guess I'm going to go up there. And so she gets out of the car, and I open my door, and we walk towards the door that leads up to the apartment, and she gets right behind me. You know, like your date at a haunted house. You know when you're walking through the haunted house and the guy's trying to be all cool, and the girl's right behind you, and she's like right behind you, you know, like she's committed, like formed to you, and she's pushing you, and you're like, get off me! Her breath is right there, and you know she's pushing you into the chainsaw room, and you're trying to be cool, but at the same time she's like, sacrifice, right? So she was like that with me, and I'm like, stop, you know, step back, personal space. And so I reach the doorknob outside. I'm spinning. That's good. I reach for the doorknob, and she's there. She knows. She knows. I reach for the doorknob, and it's like I'm having this out-of-body experience, right? Because I've seen this scene in a movie too. I used to love horror movies, right? And I've seen this scene before where the hand is reaching for the doorknob, and it's like, oh, oh, oh. Right? Do you know what I mean? And like you open the door, and there are going to be 2 little bloody girls. Won't you come play with us? Or and I've seen it before. Kill, you know? And so I'm like freaking out. I'm watching myself. I'm up here, like reach for the doorknob, and I open the doorknob, and the wind blows, and it goes up the stairs, and when the wind hits the light bulb starts to swing, and the light bulb is swinging, and I'm walking up the staircase, and the light is going back and forth in the shadows, and I look back, and she looks like a clown now, with a glowing face, and the light's going back and forth, and it's like, I'm like walking up in, and I pretty much have my whole body weight just back on her, right? It's just, right? I go, this is the weirdest booty call I have ever had. So I reach back, and I pulled out my mummy knife. I pulled out my mummy knife. Because I'm not going up there unarmed, right? Even though I know there's no mummy, but there might be a mummy. And so I got my mummy knife, and so now I'm walking up the stairs like this, and the shadows are shifting, and I know it's going to be cool, because when I open the door into her loft, into this place, the lights are going to come on. She's got it rigged that way. So that's cool. I turn that, and finally I'll be out of this dark hallway with this girl who could just, any minute, just, and so I'm walking up the stairs, and the door opens up, big, and I walk into the room and the lights don't go on, the lights don't go on, the lights don't go on. When I walk in, it's pitch black, and guess what I see? Guess what I see? I see curtains blowing everywhere, right? Blowing curtains behind which any one of them could be a man dressed as a mummy, laying on the couch, going, hey, you know, like, it's like I can't see anything, and I've got crazy behind me, and I've got maybe murderer in front of me, and now I'm like starting to hyperventilate. You know that feeling of like, you know, like you want to breathe, but you can't breathe. And so I'm walking in with my mummy knife, and I'm walking, and she's pushing me, and I'm like, get off, get off. And I'm like, and I open up the first drapes to the first little island, and I'm so totally expecting to see it. Dude, it's reclined on the couch, you know, like with like a hook to pull my brains out of my nose, and like, because I seen that, you know, and it's, no mummy, there's no mummy in here. She goes, check the other ones. And now she's pushing me into these curtained areas where the curtains are wrapping around me, and thunder is going, and it's like, I'm like, why didn't the lights go on? I'm like, what are we doing in here? It's crazy. She goes, keep going. And like, you know, I go back, no mummy, there's no mummy here. Thank God, there's no mummy here. And then finally I checked all the couches, and I'm like, just mummy, checked it all. She goes, that's one place you have to check. And I'm like, she goes, the kitchen. I was like, what's he making himself a sandwich? Check the kitchen, check. Oh, stop, get back. So I move into the kitchen, and it's no joke. This is no joke. I go in and I look under this. It's under the sink. There's a midget mummy. Check the silverware drawer. And then I'm like, I look up because he could be up on top of the thing, ready to jump down on me, right, and just cut my head off. And so, but I'm doing the craziest things. I'm looking in, like looking in little boxes and stuff. And I'm like, this is totally insane. I go, there's no mummy here. Let's get out of here. Someone's called the police. She goes, and then I hear thump from somebody. I go, oh. She goes, you haven't checked. There's one place you haven't checked. The bedroom. I go, oh, okay. And so I'm like, so I'm moving back down, the lights are going off. I've heard some kind of thump in the back, and I'm like, and I'm walking down, and I turn around. There's no door to the bedroom, so I turn around, and I look in the bedroom, and right at that moment, lightning, and I see the illuminated bed. Boom! Ark of the Covenant. And it lights up, and I'm like, oh my God. There's for sure a mummy in that bed. For sure. Now, in my mind, I'm like, that is the mummy. He's in. And I'm going to open the curtains, and he'll pull me in, right? And chop, chop, chop. So I'm walking towards the bed. And I'm reaching for the curtains to see the whatever is behind. And like I open it, and then I go, oh my God, I drop down. I realize the bed's 3 feet up, and he could suck me under the bed, right? So I'm like, oh, look around. No mummy. No mummy down there. There's no mummy in the bed. I'll look on the roof of the bed, pound the top, there's no mummy. Like, there's no mummy. I wasn't scared. There's no mummy in this place. The lightning, and she looks at me and she goes, this one was your checked. I'm like, I checked all this. We checked everything. I checked the kitchen, the closet. I checked everything. I checked the bedroom. I checked everything. There's no other room. She goes, you haven't checked the closet.
Oh my God.
Oh no. That's where the dungeon is.
She used to throw parties. She's an interior design major. And she has 12 mannequins.
Oh my
God. She
God.
used to bring the mannequins out and dress them up at parties, and they would hold trays. And they would have hors d'oeuvres on them. People would walk around. Thank you, party. You know, it's one of those stupidest days. When she's done with the mannequins, and I know because I helped her do this, she would take all the outfits off, and she would put them back in the closet. The closet ran half the length of her apartment. And there was a door with a glass window. And there was one wall facing the apartment, the other wall was brick. Bare brick. It was one of those closets. It was one of those dungeon closets. And I knew there was going to be confronted with some kind of sooty burial of mannequins. And guess what mannequins look like? People. They look like mummies. They look like mummies. And I mean, so, her lips are right in my neck, her eyes, her breath. I'm reaching for the doorknob. And I know, really honestly, I was like, when the door opens, I was just, that's it. Because and so, at this point, I'm as frightened as I've ever been in my life. Literally as scared as I've ever been in my life. Because I'm like, this girl must have some crazy friends. Maybe she is demonic. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? I've seen too many horror films. And I'm like, I've gone through this whole rigmarole, and this is the punchline. And so, at that point, I'm just like, I'm dead. I'm dead. And better get it over with. So, I did what happens to me. I don't know if you guys, you know, at night when you get scared and your closet door is halfway open?
Yes.
No. Okay, there are two ways to react to that. One kind of kid just sits there and looks at it. You know? But here's what I would do. And I'm a coward. I was so scared that I would get up and I would throw myself into the closet. I'd go, "Wah!" And I figured whatever was in it, it was better that it ate me to end my fear, right? So I roll around. So all my childhood comes rushing back to me. All the childhood, like it's here. And I reach for the door, and I'm like, shh, shh, shh. Open it. And this time, a black light, a dim purple black light comes on, illuminating all of the faces and arms like this, a whole row of arms. And I went in, and I was like, kill, mommy, die. And then I felt like I was in like Silence of the Lambs, like I couldn't really see, you know, Silence, and I was like, you know, like if you've seen Silence of the Lambs, you know what I'm talking about. And I stabbed every one of those mannequins at least 3 times. They cut to shreds. And I just went ballistic. Look, I'm embarrassed now because I just went totally crazy. Kill, died. Mommy died. And finally I'm down on the ground and there's things all over me. Arms, decapitated heads. I'm trying to push the feet to the cut and away. And I'm looking at my knife, see if there's any mummy blood on it. And I'm like waiting for one arm to reach up and grab me. And I'm like, alive. I stood up and I realized that was the very first time that I had taken my eyes off of Susan. And I was going to have to walk out from a lighted, semi-lighted room, semi-lighted room, into a dark room. I didn't know where she was. It's like, Susan, no answer. Susan, no answer. Arms, legs. Now I got my knife. I'm heading in that direction. Susan. Susan. The door, I open it. She's standing right there with a smile on her face, her head cocked to the side, her hand held like this and a shiny object in it. And this happens so fast, because stuff happens fast when you're this scared. I was processing. I'm like, she's holding a .22 caliber pistol. She's going to shoot me. So, and honestly, I'm thinking, in my mind, I can take the first bullet, take 2 giant, bow, knock her out, fall down, drag my bleeding body. There's a mummy and an unconscious girl. She's the daughter of Satan. And like, I'm contemplating all that. But I don't hear the gunshot. But I do take the 2 steps. And I don't punch. But I take 2 steps and wrists out, push. She flies back, arms out, lace going everywhere, skirt lace, like back over one of the couches, onto the ground. It's like, oh my God, why did you do that? I'm like, I'm scared. No. Get up. what's that? What's that in your hand? It's a corkscrew. She had a corkscrew.